Yes, Mzansi, welcome back to it. It's the middle of the week, but it's going to feel like a Friday. Why? Because I'm welcoming you to the very last Culinary Hotline, Bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
Yes, the final edition of today's Hotline is one where we have been absolutely waiting for because it's the presenter edition. That means we're in the spotlight this morning. So wish us luck, put your prayer hands together, but enjoy the show, okay? We're going to be exploring some of our favorite dishes. Now, first up, I'm going to be in the kitchen. I've got a festive dish. It's something that is a classic. It's something that a lot of us in the community will know about. We're talking about snook, but not just any snook. We're going to top this one up with some musculars, yes. So I hope you're enjoying this one, Mzansi. Flipping it around, of course, so Chef Clem is here to, I guess, guide us. But if you have any voice notes, any questions, any concerns, come through. The number's 063-408-8863. Bro, how you doing, man?
This is a Raldemone recipe.
It is.
Okay, so, talk to me about this recipe. So this is a festive favorite of yours.
100%, man. So this is something that not only would we have, someone in the family would always have this prepared or bring this along.
Okay.
Big Christmas days. So we had mom's side of the family, there's like 8 brothers and sisters. Dad's side, there's like 12 brothers and sisters. So you can imagine the day is jam-packed with lots of family and lots of like snacking food and quick little butter cut options.
Of course.
And this was always there. There was always a snook as a part of like the meal, a part of the prep, a part of anything. It was always a part of some sort of a festive occasion.
I love it.
And I've taken it so far as to even take it with me to like camp trips and stuff like that.
Okay.
I realize how easy it is to actually just prepare it on like a fire, wrap it up, put some of that toppings on, and you really are sorted with this. And it's a great sort of a conversational piece because you don't just scoff snook. There are bones in, so
you've got to kind of like get your hands in there.
Exactly, exactly that. Yeah, man.
I love it.
Let's get straight into it.
I knew that this was a Raldemone recipe because I'm like, I wonder what protein Raldemone paired with his fish.
Protein.
More protein. I was like, Raldemone.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So, and like you said, you actually take this to picnics wherever you go because snook, the funny thing about snook is it travels better than most fish because it's been smoked already. And that little bit of smoke helps preserve the flavors and the actual fish itself.
100%.
So I love that you've done this. So let's get cracking. So I've got some garlic going.
You've got the garlic and you're just already cutting that up for me. Perfect. Thank you so much. So now I've got some malted butter in here. We're going to add some salt and pepper. Let me just add a little bit more of that. That's just for like some seasoning. And then to make this sort of basting, we'll call it, or the thing that kind of wraps it all together, is our apricot jam. Now we're going to mix this in here. And this is a classic. I don't know if anyone was the inventor of this. I'm just going to throw it back down to the culture. But really, throwing snook with some apricot jam as your sort of basting, it is incredible what that combo does for this entire sort of recipe right now, man.
I
agree. It brings it all to life.
And I think it is just the thing about smoke, right? When it comes to braaiing and anytime you add smoke, the complementing flavor is always sweet. So going for apricot jam is, I love that. And it is such a South African, I want to call it a condiment or ingredient because apricot jam finds its way into like malva, you know, like into like soup recipes. It just
does. I'm wondering though, because I know this is maybe, I don't know though, and I'm thinking it's maybe exclusive to like a specific culture, but I don't know if this is quite a popular dish amongst South Africans in general. I don't know, G-Man and you, and I don't know if you guys have any input on this. Have you ever had apricot jam on snook, gents?
Dude, there's only one way to eat a snook, and it is with apricot jam.
Oh, yes.
You got it. Look, it looks delicious, my brother. It really, really does.
It might have been the first day that I started on this show was the first day that I had snook with apricot jam, or probably snook in general and how that became the hero. But I'm sorry, here in the Cape, they do it different, and it is amazing. You haven't discovered snook and the process of eating snook until you've been here and tasted it for yourself. Love it.
And I mean, what I love about snook, Raul, is the fact that, I mean, yes, it's got the bones in, but it's big, you know, so you eat around it. It's lovely to have with the family as well because you kind of just pick at it.
You pull the bread, you pull the snook, and you eat around the table. It's amazing.
And then the mussels, Maru, where does that go?
Oh, you got to add it.
Which
that's
mussels?
the protein.
the protein. Okay, so it's confirmed that apricot jam is as South African as Homofest being offline. It is South African.
Yeah, so we can put on the list for sure.
When did these guys move in? Look at them sitting so like chilled and casual. Like
We have a front row seat.
I love it. It's cool.
Waiting
I
for our
love it.
place setting to be set.
I saw them just before we started. They were actually sitting like that.
Oh, it looks
Can't wait for it.
I love it. It's chill. Okay, cool. Garlic
All
sauce,
right.
the sauce is looking amazing.
The sauce is looking amazing. The butter's starting to dry, so we've got to be quick with the step.
The butter's starting to dry.
Yeah, well, I melted it and like let it
Where
like,
is
kind
my-
of melt out. So now it's like not trying to dry. You know what I mean, man.
Oh, that's the
Solidified.
Can iPhone culinary hotline? Because I have a culinary question.
How do you dry your butter?
How do you dry your
On the next episode.
Okay, so butter's done, and you
get
can make this ahead of
distracted,
time.
yes.
I love that. Okay,
100%.
garlic.
Now we're going to add some of that garlic into the mix. We've also
Okay.
got some herbs, and you can add this to your liking. We've got some dill over there, and then also some parsley. That's just going to freshen it up.
Quick
But
chop,
thank
quick
you
chop.
so much, Chef Clem, for your exquisite chopping skills coming through there.
That smells amazing. That smells so good.
Yeah, and I think the garlic has really just kind of brought this thing to life. Before it was like, yeah, this is going to work, this is nice. Now it's noise.
It's noise.
Now it's noise.
I love it. It's all
Okay,
those muscles
so-
making a noise.
Making a noise. So this is
Okay.
how we're going to add some protein to our protein. We've got our butterflied snook over here.
Oh, yes.
Now I'm going to add some
I've
protein
never done
to
this
it.
with the mussels on the snook at the same time,
This
raw in. I
This is
love
the
it.
difference, man. So what you can do here, and this is why it's like a sort of a camp option as well, or sort of a, if you are camping on the coastline, then you could possibly, if you have a permit, forage for some of your mussels yourself. Yeah, as well. And then this makes it a proper classic because it's giving you everything
Right.
of that Cape infusion, everything that you find on our coastline. But at the same time, doing it this way, it's easy to prepare. This is nothing fancy or exquisite in terms of the ingredients that we have. This is something you can find at home. We all have apricot jam, right? Making
Yeah.
sandwiches and some of the basics. And then you literally just get your basting on. So, let me take a big spoon here for this one because this might be a little bit more fun.
You go for it.
Yeah, so taking the big spoon, we add the basting onto it like this. Look at
And I can
that.
totally imagine this being cooked and then no plates. Just literally having this dish, everybody kind of getting hands in. I think this is such a beautiful recipe.
And-
I'm totally going to take this.
Yeah,
I'm
take it,
taking
man. Run with it. Make it your own. Add it to the family. It would be an absolute treat for me to know that more people are enjoying this meal. Because like you said, and especially when Ewan mentioned as well, the bones on something that for me as a kid, I used to be like, oh, no, I can't eat it fast enough. But now it kind of forces me to savor the flavor. Savor the moment and savor the conversation I'm involved in with my family, with my loved ones, while sharing something exquisite like this.
This is a beautiful recipe. And like South Africa, you have to try it. It can only be amazing. So we're going to pop this in the oven.
Yes,
We're
this
going to
goes
let it do
into
its
the
thing.
oven.
Again, it's mussels and it's snook, so it doesn't need to cook for that long.
Yeah.
So when we
Let me do
actually
that.
come back
Ooh.
with the second...
I forgot one
What
thing.
did you
One
forget?
thing, just to add a little bit of pizzazz. We actually got some capers as well.
Oh, because where you from? The Cape. At Cape.
Exactly.
All right, all right.
Oh, I took the words straight out of my mouth. So you don't have to go too crazy with this, but again, it does just really work so well, especially when it comes out of the oven. It's not going to overpower too
No,
much.
it's very fancy.
Yeah, man, this is like snook going to bougie model. This is a Model C snook, bro.
Yo.
Just like me, a Model C lad from the Cape Flats. He's made his way into the big world.
I love it. Ah.
All right.
No, this is very impressive.
Into the oven, of course, expressoshow.com for all the inspiration. But Mzansi, what are you waiting for? Gesals, have some skinner, have this snook with some apricot, and oh, you're going to create some
This guy
great
coming
memories.
for my job in 2024.
I'm coming for you, bro. Coming for you.
Oh,
Now,
that
this
looks
is the
so
key.
good.
Great stuff. We pop it in the oven, and we'll see you guys later.
If you have any more suggestions, actually, I want to know from you, what's your go-to festive dish that you make that is stunning time and time again? Let us know on our WhatsApp number. And our WhatsApp number is
063
063
408
408
8863.
063 408 8863. You know what's going to happen? In 2024, I'm going to learn that number. You should have it saved on your phone. Speed dial number 1. Let us know. Send a voice note through. It's been you now. I'm actually going to still bring Jean to the kitchen and you to the
excited.
kitchen. They're making their favorite
I don't
dishes.
even know what they're gonna make. I'm like, I have no idea. Maybe you do, but let us know. Come through. There's more of this magic happening. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling, round 2 and 3 with G and Ewan. Oh yeah, it's gonna get good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Now, the amazing smells are telling me that Raoul's snook and mussels is doing its thing in the oven. It's smelling so good. But now we have the champion in the kitchen who has promised to teach us how to make the most amazing, the most delicious gammon.
Yes!
It's you and straight on!
Yay! Oh, why am I clapping? I shouldn't be clapping.
We're just cheering for everyone today.
I just clap for myself. It was
You
weird.
should. You should.
I
Okay.
should. I should. Gammon. Gammon, Clem. Let's gammon. Let's game on.
Okay, so tell me about your gammon.
Okay, but first and foremost, my friend.
Yes.
That snook is smelling amazing.
Oh, that snook is smelling.
That snook. Because Raoul's mussels is not
Let's
yeah,
go, let's
it's
have
in
a
the
look at
oven,
it.
but it's also on him. Ryle, give us that snook brew. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay, calm down,
moment,
people.
eh?
It's coming, it's coming.
Please don't ruin the moment
It's
for him. Can you
smelling
see?
incredible. Let me just do this in slow motion.
Oh, look, you've undried your butter, man. Your butter's no longer dried. Well
Is it not dry anymore?
Well played, well played. Oh, it's hot.
Oh, that looks, it smells spectacular. It should
It
be
does
hot,
smell
Ryle.
amazing.
I don't know how to take the tray out, so I'm going to take the whole thing out here.
So you take the, I suggest you take the whole thing out.
Can I pop it straight on here, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, my
Listen,
word.
your
Gents, get over here. Get over
come
here.
Oh.
ho, ho,
It's one of
ho.
these moments where you forget we're on TV. Now we're
worked.
just going to spend 5 minutes looking at Raul's fish.
Look
Raul,
at
this is
that.
amazing. This
It
is so
worked,
good.
bro.
No, it's beautiful.
That's
so,
lovely, dude.
Thank you. Thank
lovely.
you.
and butter.
Magical.
And look at the, here's the thing, can we just take note of this? Look at the power of a meal like this, how it's brought everyone together, brought everybody around the meal. This is what it's
Different
about.
ages.
This is festive.
Different races.
Different generations.
Different generations.
Oh,
I love
And listen, all around a rehydrogenated butter. No, that's not a real thing. It's not a real thing.
Yeah.
That looks and it smells absolutely beautiful, dude.
Oh,
well
gents,
done.
we are
Well
going to
done,
dine
well done.
today, people.
We're
Well,
gonna get
listen,
some
let me not
crispy
distract you because there's
bread.
another.
I was going to say,
there's
you
another
just
good
need
one
some
coming
dippers.
up.
You just need
All
some
right.
All
dippers.
right, okay.
Woo!
We're back
Nice.
at this.
All
We're
right,
back
my
at
friend.
this.
So
Smells
I love a gammon.
Okay.
For Christmas and for Easter. But I feel that we should be eating more gammon throughout the year because
Right.
you can't only reserve it for those special occasions because it really is so good.
Yeah.
It really is so good. And I must be honest, I'm going to give props to Chef Zola Nene. Zola Nene, because I've learnt this trick from her many years back, and I've been making my gammon like this ever since.
Okay.
Which is amazing. So let's start off, my brother. So first we need to get the ingredients in there. The mirepoix. The mirepoix, yes, that needs to go in there.
Wow, you can't. Honestly, first, Ryle with his stunning recipe, you with your terminology.
Yes.
Okay,
So
mirepoix.
some onions.
Can we go in with the oil first?
Yeah, go, of course.
Okay, there we go.
That goes without saying. All right,
Celery.
some onions, celery,
Carrots.
some leeks.
There we go.
Lovely.
Already you know it's going to be amazing.
I'm gonna
Because if you
chop-
start a recipe off like this, you're winning.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just going to do a little bit of garlic as well because we love garlic.
And the bay leaves, can that join the mix?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We've also got garlic. You want the garlic? You say you're chopping it.
I'm going to chop it and then kind of just mush it
All right, there we go.
because this is a trick that I've learned from you like 5 minutes ago.
Just mushing it.
You
okay.
see.
So the thing about garlic that I love is if you don't want to get too much of a garlic punch,
Yeah.
keep it more whole. Give it maybe like 4 chops. The more flavor you want released,
Yeah.
do that. Smush it. You're just creating more surface area. The garlic just releases all that garlicky love into your dish.
For sure.
There we go.
Dude,
Cool.
and now we're gonna brown that a little bit first.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you also want to, just for extra flavor, I've got some cloves, right? And some star anise. And you want to be careful when you say this. You want to make sure you pronounce it right because we all know what can happen.
Star anise.
Star anise.
Anise. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Very
Okay.
festive, and it's
Very
smelling festive already.
Exactly.
So we're
So-
going to pretend it's gotten brown now.
Yes. Some vegetable stock.
Nice.
All right, that goes in there as well. And then, my friend, here is the secret ingredient. Extra strong ginger beer.
If it doesn't give you the, it's not the right one. Try again. But yeah, I love the fact
This
you're
is the
using
one.
ginger.
I love the
Hoi.
fact. Now, ginger beer, it really just creates that sweetness in the meat, and it almost like tenderizes it, and it's beautiful. So once you cooked your gammon, then you get that taste, which is
it's just-
amazing.
it's-
It's an
it's in there.
unbelievable taste. Yeah. So ginger beer is my go-to.
Okay.
You'll pop your gammon in there, all right, with the netting and everything, just like that, and you boil it.
Like-
And you go for it.
Okay.
And the trick is here because you take a look at the weight of your gammon and then you determine the cooking time, right? And it's like 25 to 30 minutes per 500 grams.
That's exactly what
Is
it
that
is.
exactly right?
That's exactly what it is.
It is what it is.
What? Okay, yes, so exactly
Gammon
what it is.
Clem,
So it's
yes.
30 minutes for every 500 grams or an hour for every kilogram.
There we go.
Amazing.
You got
Okay,
that.
yes,
You know, a
okay,
little bit
cool.
of maths, but it's fine. And then, of course, we want to also, while that is going, you want to prepare the glaze. So you're going to take a little bit of the stock. Once it's been cooked, you've got some fresh ginger and some honey, and you're going to all mix that together into a beautiful little glaze.
I love it.
Like this. So this happens when it comes out.
Okay.
So while that is going, do you want to quickly just taste some of Ryle's fish here?
Sure thing. I was actually going to say, you've got a gammon in the oven.
I've got a gammon. We're going to
You
bring it
wanna-
out just now.
Okay, so what can I do for you in the meantime?
We're going to go there.
Okay, we're going to go, yeah.
Pretend the gammon is in there now.
I knew the lads couldn't resist, so we actually need some more forks here, right? Because this is how it
Why?
works. So,
But why?
so how it works, I think, other drawer on the other side.
Grab it.
This is the real traditional way of doing it. It's literally like this. If it was a round table, would it be even better?
Yes.
But it starts with conversation, which we've been having, which is
Yes.
great. It starts with some good people and
Oh, now
loved
I
ones.
want a special gold fork.
You want
I
to-
don't
Are we gonna?
use the
Okay,
normal
let's
mundane.
upsize to the
There we
gold.
go. There we go. Everybody
Worthy. And then, so we tick the box of good conversation. We tick
Great.
the box of some loved ones and some great family.
Great.
And now we just pick away and
we
enjoy,
just
guys. So
chow.
yeah, choose whatever piece you'd want. Let us
at
know
that.
what you guys
Look at
think of
that.
it. Oh, get some of that evaporated butter. What are you calling it? Dried
wet-
butter.
the wet
The
butter.
dehydrated butter. I love dehydrated
Chef Clem,
butter.
you digging into this?
I'm definitely getting in.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And
so
of course,
good.
what makes it land? The apricot.
Oh, that's so good.
What?
Wow, that
Did
is...
we make this, Clem?
Oh, no, you
What?
did.
You made it.
did.
You made it.
Wow.
Buddy, this might be your best yet, eh?
Oh,
Bro,
that is
honestly,
good.
you know what blows my mind is every time the apricot always just, it shifts everything for me. You don't expect it to taste the way it does. It doesn't take away from the freshness of the fish, though. Oh, it's working in my mouth. I don't know about
Of
you
course,
guys.
This is also a great recipe to do on the braai.
That's what I'm
That
saying,
is-
man.
You want the
get that
smoky
extra
flavors,
smoky
yeah.
flavor.
Wrap it up in some foil even if you want and get it to
Yes.
just really
Can I
come
tell you what?
together.
In a year of having my intermittent fast tested, this is the one that broke it, man. This is the one that actually broke it. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Swapping
man.
forks and going in for another bite. It's so good.
I'm going to do
Well,
the
I'm gonna
exact
go
same
with my
thing.
Whoa, Raul,
Get
the
stuck
morning.
in.
Raul, if
It's
you had a
your-
restaurant and you only serve this dish, I'll be there every day.
Hey, stop it now. 2024 might just have that.
Let's call it the snook hook.
Snook hook.
Welcome to the
Absolutely
Snook Hook, ladies and
amazing.
gentlemen. But the hook doesn't stop here. We're going to keep hooking you along. Of course, Ewan's got some more recipes coming up, right?
Yeah, for sure. But we are going to be taking that gammon out. It's still
Now, please,
resting
some
in the
gammon,
oven.
if you will,
All
some
right.
gammon.
So we'll take it out a little bit later, and we're going to have a little bit of a taste test as well. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, expressoshow.com. That's where it's at, and that's pretty much it. And then I think my best tip when it comes to this. So obviously you want to take it out when it boils, remove the netting, let it cool for a second, remove that top layer of fat, score it, get that glaze on there nice and generously into the oven just to crisp up that fat with the glaze, and glaze it like every 5 to 7 minutes. Just to make
like
sure.
a true professional.
And you know what? I learned from the best, and then we're going to have a bit of a taste later. But this is going to be your recipe, and the Snook, and Graham's. You're going to have a whole festive table full of our recipes, that's for sure.
What a guy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back.
Oh, do you want to...
No, just hug me tight. Thanks. Okay.
Now take it away. Go.
No. Do it. Do the official thing.
We're back in the kitchen for the last installment of the year for the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Jing, jing, jing! Yes, why are we enjoying our ting, ting, ting so much today? Because we are the ting, ting, ting. And I'm talking about myself, Ewan, and Raul. So already we have cooked up a storm this morning. Of course, I think Raul produced the best meal he ever has on the show, quite frankly, with his protein on protein. He was missing one of the 3 Ps, protein, protein, and protein. A snook with a beautiful mussel and I'm going to call it an apricot jam glaze, just absolutely exquisite. And then, of course, Evis weighed in with his gammon. Pull in here, my friend. I can smell something absolutely amazing.
I can smell it too.
Okay.
And I
let's
need to
get
take it out.
Let's get that baby
So
out.
now we can show you. So it's been boiling for a while,
Okay.
but we crisped it up in the oven. Oh, look at that.
And you can hear the little angels singing
you hear
right
that?
now. Yeah, they were just the sky, the clouds
Look
parted.
at that, my
Oh
friend.
my goodness.
All right,
Good.
so
That looks
that is what you
very
want it
good.
to look like. So that's the glaze that we made earlier on, and I'm pairing that with beautiful oven-raised potatoes. I want a simple kind of dish when it comes to, because you don't want to spend too much time.
Agreed.
So the potatoes, half them
Extra-
look like that.
extra crispy,
you
man.
boil them for a while. This is actually my wife makes the most beautiful potatoes. Boil them up, just drain them, flour, and then into the oven. Boom.
I absolutely love it. So apparently we had, inspired by you, Ewan, this morning, a couple of questions come in around gammon. And we thought, well, we've got the big man here. Let's get into it. And we've got a voice note coming through right now. Let's take a listen to this.
Good morning, Expresso team.
Morning.
Oh, the gammon and the snooks looking amazing. If I were, Clemens, to do the gammon in an Instant Pot, how long would I leave it in the Instant Pot? If you have to cook it now for an hour per kilogram, so say a 3 kilogram gammon, how long would I leave it in an Instant Pot? Because I always seem to struggle with that one. Thank you
Okay,
so
so in
much. Have a blessed Christmas.
You
and
too,
thank
my
you for
dear.
a wonderful show.
Thank you.
Mwah. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, in an air fryer,
Or an Instant Pot.
yeah, something like that, like
So, I'm very happy that you asked this question because it's very different to cooking it in a normal pot.
Yeah.
If you're using the Instant Pot or any other pressure cooker, what's very important is, please do this. Go onto the internet and actually search let's say the Instant Pot, for instance, actually will tell you per grammage of your
got the
gammon
gu-
how
the
long you're
guide,
going to cook
yeah.
it for, because they're all different on the inside, and capacity is how much they hold. So please go and research on the internet how long you need to cook it in your Instant Pot. And then for the air fryer, what's nice about the air fryer is the times can be translated very closely to what the traditional cooking methods would be.
Okay.
So even if you're someone that doesn't like to boil your gammon first, you can go from completely raw to cooked in your air fryer. The only reason I wouldn't do it and I would boil it first, it tends to dry out the
I was
gammon
going to
if you
say,
go
yeah,
straight
it's
heat.
already been smoked.
Yeah.
In most cases, it's already been smoked, so it's gone through a part of that process already.
Exactly.
So you want to kind of protect the integrity
And the
of meat.
juiciness.
Yeah.
So what I love about that is my tip that I use my air fryer for the last stage of glazing my gammon, because my
Yes.
oven and my stovetop and everything is quite
It's-
occupied at the
yeah,
time.
the production
So,
line is full. Yeah.
Air fryer, glaze your gammon, and that's quick. That's like 15 minutes. You get that perfect lacquer finish on your gammon, just like young straight
Oh,
and it's
soft on the inside and crispy on the outside.
It is
Are we going to get a
juicy.
chance to taste this? Or are you
That's I
flirting with us
just
the
did
whole
little
morning?
tasters. So please,
Please do.
Sorry, I'm not even
It's
going for
on
fork.
Down.
there we go.
Oh, thank you, my
Taste
friend.
that.
Wait, wait.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. That's really nice.
I also like how we invited the guys into the kitchen to make their dishes. We are yet to present a carb. It's been protein, protein, protein.
There
more
are
protein.
potatoes. No, we did say there are potatoes.
That's your third P. Protein, protein, and potatoes.
You're an honorary protein today. Potatoes.
straight on?
All right, well-
That's absolutely beautiful, dude. Okay, well, let
Thanks.
me round
I'm gonna
off
leave you
this
guys.
gorgeous meal with another protein, okay? So traditionally, I would do a fillet on the Weber.
Right.
Really hot coals. And generally, it'll have 3 sides, I find, but this is quite a nice kind of thick piece of fillet like that. I'll just really score it. You want it to be nice and charred on the outside. I'll close the top for about 10 to 15 minutes to let it cook through, like whatever flavors to render in that sense. But you can do it on the griddle, brown the outsides, finish it off in the oven, get it out, and we've let this puppy rest.
Very important to let it rest, yeah.
Why is it so important? As the man who has taught me everything I need to know and have known about steaks, why is it so important? And
Oh, yeah.
how long do we rest meat according to how we've cooked it?
So a few years ago, I did the demonstration where Katlego on why you rest your steaks.
Yeah.
So it's a visual one. So
Okay.
you got to imagine that it's winter and you've been playing outside, so you've been playing in the rain and you're super cold.
Yeah.
And your mom calls you in, Graham, come inside, it's time for bath. And your mom's run you a very
No,
probably.
I don't wanna come in,
Mom's
Mom.
run you a very hot bath, right? So your body's cold. And as soon as you get into that very hot bath, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna tense.
Yeah,
Right?
all those muscle fibers.
Yeah, so that happens, and then it kind of squeezes out the proteins. That way you always let the meat come to room temperature as much as possible. So young Graham comes inside. Before he gets in the bath, he spends 45 minutes in the room.
Playing with some Lego, maybe.
There we go.
Hey?
So body coming out to ambient temperature, so he doesn't tense as soon as he starts cooking or as soon as he gets in the bath. Then the muscles do still contract while it's busy cooking. If you slice into it immediately, those muscles are going to relax and let out all the
All
moisture.
the juice, all of the flavor.
What you do is you leave it, you taint it with a little bit of foil and let it slowly start, let the muscles slowly start relaxing, and they hold on to that juice because you want the juice, that's where the flavor is.
Completely.
Do it. Rest your
Absolutely
meat.
love that. Rest your meat, rest yourself, okay? And you can rest yourself right now while I make a delicious sauce. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take these potatoes for our own.
Show
What
me.
I'm going to ask you to do, young man, is use your chefy skills and slice us up that fillet in a beautiful way that we can intersperse it with these potatoes. And what I'm going to be rounding this off with is a beautiful peppercorn sauce.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Peppercorn, absolutely amazing. Mushroom, absolutely amazing with the fillet. What's the pink on that fillet looking like there, man?
It's looking beautiful. I'm going to do a nice little reveal. Look at that pink. Look at that pink. And I feel like
Lovely.
fillet is also a steak. Look, it's your steak. You can have it like you
It's
like.
your steak, man.
But if you're going to have a fillet and you prefer your steak more well done, I'd say rather buy something like a ribeye where there's a lot of intramuscular fat. So if you have a steak that's
so
well
the
done,
fat will render.
it's not going to be a dry steak. Whereas fillet doesn't have a lot of that intramuscular fat, so it's going to end up being a dry piece of meat.
Okay,
But maybe
so-
you like dry piece. Maybe
And listen,
some people
and
like
even
dry.
if you do like it well cooked, 'cause I think through Lindsay's pregnancies,
Right,
trying to find the
exactly.
best way to treat a steak when she has to have it really well cooked, I started to discover how much more flavor there was in the fattier sirloins, the ribeyes, these beautiful marbled steaks, when you do cook them through a little bit, but still handle it with care. Get it to room temperature beforehand. Give it a salt crust.
Very important.
So important. One thing I will do with the fillet on the braai is rub it in a little bit of oil, and then I'll just put literally some salt, maybe some rosemary on it like that. How do you feel about putting oil on your steak before you fry it and seal it? Because that, for me, is something that I tend to do, but I've heard a lot of chefs don't do it that way.
When you're talking about when you're doing it in a pan, when you're doing it in the. So I do like actually seasoning my steak with oil. So what I actually do is I've got one of the Woolies olive oil misters. You know, it's olive oil
for
in a misting
sure.
bottle. So I spray a light coating of olive oil on the steak. That also acts as a bit of a glue for the salt that I'm going to put on there. So that's what I do. Then I leave it with a little bit of oil that's on there and the salt that's on there, and that's enough to like form that crust. You'll also find if you're doing steaks and it's on the braai, you don't need to add that layer of fat. The infrared cooking works perfectly well. If you're doing steaks in a pan, you do need a little bit of fat on there.
Something, yeah.
Because it'll end up charring, but it'll be a bitter char. The fat is important, so make sure you got a decent amount of fat on the outside. That's looking amazing.
It's looking amazing. It's smelling amazing. I've got some hot English mustard going in there because you need a good hot English mustard when you are eating a good piece of meat. It's as simple as that. And now the peppercorns are going in, and a generous amount. This is a peppercorn sauce. We want the pepper to sing. And while we put the finishing touches on this guy, we will bring our 3 dishes together in a celebration, a crescendo of flavor.
For the big
in
reveal.
Just a moment.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
This is looking great.
Gee, your steak is perfect. Your sauce
Look at
is
that.
looking amazing, doing the things. Found out that meat. Salt.
Whoa!